Hi, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about 23 acts that can help you live better in 2023. The reason that I'm making it this way is because I don't think it's the big changes in life that actually accumulate to big changes, that big consequences that take place in your life. I think it's the small things that make a lot of difference. So let's get started. Take out 5 minutes every day to reflect. And the thing is, a lot of us have these goals, but we never really take our time to reflect about, how our day was, what went well, what did not go well, and how aligned are we to our goals. So do it daily. I do it weekly and monthly, and it's a great exercise to just be aligned to where you want to be. Write down your intentions and goals as to how do you want this year to be, because don't just have these big goals and then you don't know how to achieve those big goals. Write down goals and sub goals and monthly goals, and then like have a strong intention that okay, at the end of this year this is how I want to be. And it all starts from there, right? But never taking your time to even write down your goals will kind of deviate you away from achieving them. The third is to create a vision board. This may be too much for some people, but I love vision boards. Canva has a lot of free templates on them. And vision boards is just that there's a board. Like for me, it's my desktop wallpaper and my phone wallpaper. For you, it can also be a physical board with, and you put certain pictures that are actually your goals. And you know how the secret and law of attraction says that when you see them every day and you believe them, you will work in a way to manifest them. That being said, action has a huge component here. So just looking at something and believing that it'll come true doesn't help. You have to take relentless action towards them. To meditate for at least 5 minutes. I use the Headspace app since 2020 because that's when our company gave us a free subscription when I was working at a corporate job. And since then, I've been very much in love with Headspace. The best part is that you can also use 1 minute or 3 minute or 5 minute meditations to start with, and there are so many courses. And I think meditating for 5 minutes is better than meditating for zero. And come on, like, I'm sure you can take out 5 minutes to meditate. It is life changing. Like, I truly feel that meditation is a very ancient solution to modern day problems. Instead of reading quantitatively, read qualitatively. I mean, nobody gets an award for showing off that I read 52 books last year, or I've read 100 books, or even 20 books. How does it matter? Like, maybe you actually read one book properly and absorb all that you read and take action depending on whatever you're reading, and actually change your life compared to just reading quickly or listening to audiobooks on the go and not even internalizing what the books are saying. So please read qualitatively. I mean, reading is for yourself. Right on the internet, it is very life changing. You never know what can happen when you're writing LinkedIn posts or writing your blog or writing on Twitter. It can attract opportunities, it can get you closer to yourself because writing gives you so much of clarity and makes you self-aware. And that is a big benefit. But also externally, it can expose you to so many opportunities. So please write on the internet. And if it interests you at all, I do have a writing course called Summit 21, which takes place 4 times a year. The link will be in the description below. Number 8 is to learn a fun skill such as, writing or pottery or painting. The idea is to do things that would have made your inner child feel alive when you were a kid. And we just kind of lose track of these fun things as we grow old because adulthood is difficult and it takes over. But I hope this is the year that you still take out time for it because it is something that will truly make you happy. Weed out people who drain your energy. You do not need people in your life who pull you down or who taunt you or who are always asking for favors. And they just like are energy leakers. Like being around them doesn't lift you up, it actually pulls you down. You don't need such people. So I hope this is the year that you can let go of them and just flourish because having the right set of people matters so much. I hope you take out more time to spend with your family. Something that I've realized in the last few months, especially since I've got married and even before that, is that family time is something that truly makes me happy more than just going out or anything. It's just the time that rejuvenates me the most, and I think it's so, so, so precious because your family is not there forever, right? So, and today you are the youngest that you'll ever be. So, I hope this is the year you spend more time with your family. Start writing a gratitude journal. I have been writing a gratitude journal since 2017. In fact, I think I have mine. No, I don't have it here. It's in my cupboard. But every day I write down 10 things that make me feel that I'm grateful for. And a lot of people ask me if those 10 things are the same or are they different. They're mostly the same. And the intention isn't to come up with different things every day. The intention is to consciously feel grateful about 10 things every day because gratitude is so, so important. And in the busy lives that we have today, we often forget to practice it. By the way, gratitude is also scientifically proven to make you feel more happy and more content. So, if you feel like unhappy or low in general, this may really help. Number 12 is to prioritize 8 hours of sleep. I honestly had no idea how sleep is important. Like, I knew it's important, I just didn't know that it's very important until I read this book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. The book scared me to an extent that if I don't sleep for 8 hours, then I already know how pathetic the consequences are and how dangerous it is for your mind and body. So I hope this is the year that you prioritize 8 hours of sleep because it is a necessity, and it is the base of the way that your body will function in the day ahead. So I really hope you prioritize it. Recite affirmations, and this is especially if you're one of them who are low on self-esteem. Affirmations, which are just like these sayings that you say to yourself, you can Google and find plenty of them. For me, the biggest benefit that I've seen is that I have begun to love myself more and accept myself however I am because of them. But for you, it could be entirely different. It could be reframing your mindset and, you know, focusing better, working better, and just believing in yourself, which is again circles down to self esteem. So, if you are low on self esteem and even otherwise, I really encourage you to try this out because I've been doing it since the last 3 years and I love it. And it hardly takes like 30 seconds to get done with it. Seek therapy so that you can heal patterns from your past. Seeking therapy is my goal for this year, and I'm not depressed, I'm not anxious, I'm perfectly fine. But I just feel like all of us, most of us, have these patterns in our behavior today which actually come from your past, and we just haven't dealt with it. So, at least for me, like this is going to be my year of dealing with it and overcoming it. And if you do feel, if you do experience mental health issues, then therapy is not really a taboo anymore. It's kind of sad that it ever was. And I hope this year you're unafraid to seek therapy. Three concepts that will change your life: abundance mindset, delayed gratification, and deep work. For deep work, you can read this book called Deep Work by Cal Newport. For abundance mindset, you can read this book called Mindset. For delayed gratification, there's a book called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And yeah, that should help you to show up for 100 days. I think a lot of people leave their hobbies midway or just get so attached to getting an outcome that they give up too early. And I think 100 days is a sweet spot. In 2020, when I was learning how to code, I gave myself about 6 weeks, which is not 100 days, I know, but at least in those 6 weeks, I realized that it's completely not my game. I'm not meant for coding. I'm actually terrible at it. And every time I talk to a new writer, I tell them to give their writing at least 100 days to find their voice, to see if this is even for them, because a lot of people just write because others are telling them to write and because they think it's like this flowery world, which it isn't. So I think giving a new skill 100 days is good enough to realize whether you enjoy it, and also to find yourself in it. To wake up early enough to have time with yourself and have a morning routine, but also late enough that you can continue that lifestyle. For instance, I can never wake up at 5 a.m. because that means I'll have to sleep at 9 p.m. and I can't do that, so I just wake up at 7:30. This is early enough for me to have a morning routine, but it's also late enough that I get enough sleep. So I hope you do if you don't already, I hope this is the year that you have a morning routine, because it sets tone for the entire day ahead and you just feel so good and uplifted about life. That being said, this 5 a.m. and waking up very, very early at 4 a.m., it's not for everyone, and that's fine because there is no single template of success for all of us, right? To let go of what no longer serves you. And I've said this in terms of people in one of the previous points, but also in terms of things. I mean, you may have a lot of things that remind you of the past or that make you feel bad about something, and it probably just doesn't need to be there. A lot of activities that you may be doing right now, for instance, maybe you go out for parties because your friends like it, but you don't. So I guess it's time to let go of everything that no longer serves you, because it just doesn't serve any purpose for existing in your life, and maybe it just drains you from the important things. So I hope this is the year that you can let go of everything that doesn't serve you, to find your own definition of what the following things mean to you, okay? Success, wealth, enough, and happiness. We often follow definitions that others have told us, our parents growing up, our teachers, the society, and just because others say it doesn't mean that that is the same definition for you. Like, my definition of success and happiness is very different, and it's actually very simple. But people just say that, okay, like getting a certain designation means you're successful, and getting a certain amount of money means you're successful. But I personally don't think it's that way. Like, I think wealth is owning your time and not being, a slave, like where you are sacrificing your hours for wage. But that's just my definition. It doesn't have to be yours. So I hope this is the year that you find out what these metrics mean to you, because it will help you live a healthier life. Spend more time with your parents because they're getting older. Drink water as soon as you wake up. I'm sure probably many of you already know this. But when you wake up, your body is really dehydrated, and just having a lot of water helps your system to start and get going. And it also feels nice. Eat fruits before noon. Fruits are high in sugar and they have good sugar and good stuff for your body. So, eating it before noon also helps you burn that up, instead of like some people eat fruits as dessert after dinner. Once in a while, it's great, but having fruits in the morning is super good for your system. Do things for your future self. Every time you do something, think of like how your future self would feel about it. Like, sometimes when I'm feeling really sluggish and I'm just feeling lazy, and then I think that, okay, like maybe if I do this, like my future self would be really proud of how far I've come, and that motivates me to get things done. So do things keeping your future self in mind, because otherwise it's easy to just get, you know influenced by your present and kind of become more lazy. I know we said 23, but then this is a bonus that celebrate yourself and celebrate all wins. No win is too small, and if you can, celebrate every day, because, like, why not? And also, sorry to get a bit dark in here, but we don't know if you're gonna live tomorrow. So I hope you take out time to just celebrate every single thing, because it's the small things that make you happy. And say, like, when I got like LinkedIn top voice, I was happy for like 15 minutes. But now I'm okay with it. But when it was a goal to be LinkedIn top voice, the process was more fun. So I hope you can take our time to be kind to yourself and just celebrate everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a pretty tough time recording this because I kept coughing while talking, and yeah, my throat is kind of all over the place, but I hope to feel better soon. And yeah, happy new year again, and I hope you have a brilliant year ahead.